The version of Noah's Ark often taught in childhood is straightforward. Humanity breaks the rules, an angry creator loses his temper, and a global flood wipes the board clean. The ancient Israelites and the New Testament writers tracked history through a different lens. They understood the spiritual realm as a complex hierarchy led by what they called the Divine Council, or the Bene Elohim. The Creator sits at the apex, but the text describes a heavenly administration of powerful, free-willed spiritual beings who were assigned delegated authority to manage the cosmos alongside him. In this framework, human rebellion isn't an isolated event, but a single theater in a multi-dimensional war for control of the planet. Following the initial fracture in the Garden of Eden, the Creator issued a specific prophecy. A human descendant, the seed of the woman, would eventually arrive to permanently crush the serpent. This announcement set the strategy for the enemy. If the executioner must be human, then the serpent's survival depended on ensuring that specific descendant was never born. This single prophecy transformed human DNA into the primary target of a cosmic war. The biblical timeline becomes a record of a high-stakes military defense, where the Creator is actively protecting a single human bloodline from total eradication. The geographic ground zero for this conflict was Mount Hermon. Ancient traditions identify this peak as the location where rebellious members of the Divine Council, the Watchers, abandoned their posts to enter the human realm. These entities initiated an unauthorized boundary crossing, intermarrying with human women and deliberately mixing the physical and spiritual domains. This hybridization produced the Nephilim, biological anomalies that violated the cosmic order established at creation. This was a preemptive biological strike. An invasive lineage weaves through the human family tree, systematically corrupting the genome. This targeted the biology required to produce a pure human messiah. If fully hybridized, humanity would be disqualified from fulfilling the rescuer's prophecy. By the time of the flood, the human race was on the verge of total genetic extinction. This shifts how we have to view Noah. He wasn't simply preserved because he was more moral than his neighbors. The Hebrew text uses the word tamim to describe him, a term used for physically unblemished sacrificial animals. It refers to a state of being genetically uncontaminated by the Watcher incursion. Noah's family represented the absolute last clean branch on the human family tree. The flood was a surgical quarantine. The water was sent to wash away the genetic infection and save the species from total corruption. The hybrid bodies were destroyed, and the rogue Watchers were permanently locked in the abyss, Tartarus, to prevent any further interference with the human line. The destruction of the ancient world was the only viable strategic move left to keep the promise of Genesis 3 alive. As the waters receded around Mount Ararat, the human race reset through Noah's unblemished line. The Ark functioned as a heavily armored vault designed to protect the human genome and secure the lineage of the promised rescuer. Because of this defensive quarantine, the original prophecy survived the enemy's biological strike. Reducing these records to a list of moral rules ignores the high-stakes jurisdictional war documented across the text. Every bizarre story and severe judgment functions as a calculated move in an ongoing rescue mission by a creator who refuses to abandon his family.